Hello and welcome. Today we will be looking at the flashlights from Olight. These were sent to me by the Olight for the review. And now the star of the show, the Arkfeld Pro. Same story here, you just have to tear this plastic, then this opens up. We have a pull tab. I have to say Olight has so far the best unboxing experience that I've had with the other lights. Very nice packaging. They have thought out of the design and so forth of the packaging as well. It's not just a simple box, so that's nice to see. Safety warnings, please read this before blah blah blah. Of course, no male will read the instructions. That's our I guess natural flaw. We never read instructions, only when we get stuck. So we get another magnetic charger, again proprietary. What I've noticed, the difference between the unboxing experience of the Arkfeld Flex and Arkfeld Pro is that the Pro is also wrapped in this plastic, whereas the Flex was not. I don't know how the regular Arkfeld comes, but this one comes wrapped. I don't know if that's important to anybody, but difficult to extract. Okay, coloring of the flashlight does not disappoint. They have a few color options on the Arkfeld Pro. I chose this race car colored version, and I have to say it is very, very impressive and unique. You don't expect, usually you see flashlights will be in one color. Now this could be in a number of different colors, but this specific combination is really, really cool. I'm not sure that we'll be able to see that on the camera, but it is a very attractive flashlight. And even this clip, they could have gone with black or silver, but they went with this copper color. And we also have this gold, not ring, but frame right on top. And then we have some gold coloring here, which all in combination contrasts each other very well. And the flashlight gets somewhat of a luxury, sporty look. Like it very, very much. This has to be, out of the flashlights that I have, the most attractive. Probably would be a conversation starter. Can I hold it? Can I operate it? Blah, blah, blah. People will be asking, what is that? So very happy. So to go through the hardware of these things, how it feels, before we go out to compare the products. Now for the Arkfeld Pro by Olight, with this beautiful race line coloring, which I specifically asked for. I love this gold color clip that goes very well, contrasts the rest of the lights. We get a gold button here as well. I'm not big on gold color, but with this race line theme, it goes very nicely. I think it would have been black, I guess, would have been okay also, but it just stands out and does not scream. So functionality, we get 3 sides. We get the UV, we get the laser, and we get the main light. So the way UV operates is we don't really have many options. You just push the button and it turns on. You can barely see it, but it does, as you can see, charge up my lumen on the watch. And the intensity, from what I understand, does not change whether you hold it down, you double click, and it's a simple on and off function. Then we get the laser, and we will look at that laser outside. It seems to be a very nice one indoors, but we'll look at it outside. And then we get the main light, so we double click for the strobe. We can hold down to change the modes. And if you have it on and you rotate the switch, it will just change its main function, but stay on, as you can see. So I'm just rotating the switch, laser, UV. Here we get the 4 bars of battery charge, so 25% for each slot. And when we press that button, it lights up, tells us that we're fully charged and ready to go and test this thing outside. Make some quick comparisons as well. Very nice. The hardware seems to be very well made. Again, no sharp edges. This is Olight. Olight is one of the best in terms of design and execution of EDC lights. So absolutely no surprises here. Beautifully done. This is a definite keeper so far. Quick safety disclaimer on danger, laser, etc. Don't look it in directly, point it in your eyes. Let's go test this thing and look at what these numbers can give us outside in the dark. So now we will be testing the Arkfeld Pro by Olight. That is the low, medium, high, and that is our main light. And that's the highest, I guess. Double click, we get the strobe. Okay, that's the high mode that we have here. That should be 1400 lumen. That's from our main light. Now if we switch, I'm able to see that water jug that I've placed in 50 yards, and you are able to also see it on camera somewhere in the middle of the screen. Let me see if I can center the jug in the middle of the screen. There we go. You can barely notice it, but I can see it well. If there is any movement, any animals or humans moving around, I would see it. So that's what we get with our Arkfeld Pro at 1400 lumens. Now let's switch to the laser light and see how far. Oh, that's quite far. Quite good laser. Not washed out at all. Very thin and strong line. I don't know, I'll have to look at the papers on the tabletop when we get back, but it seems to be a very good laser with good throw distance. And then if we switch to the UV light, the UV only has one function, turn it on and off. It does not change intensity, so you can triple click or double click, or that doesn't do anything. So that's our UV light laser and our turbo. Now that happens as I'm switching the rotatable switch on the light, and I do not have to press the button to turn the light on because it's on already, so it switches between the 3 different functions, as you can see here. And then with one click I can turn it off. So, and that's my crazy dog right there, who just followed us for about 4 kilometers as we drove out here on this location to film this. So that's the test of the Arkfeld Pro by Olight. It seems to be a very high quality, very usable light so far, and we'll do the rest of the test. The rest of the review will finish off on the desk. Now, as promised, I do want to compare. So I have the Arkfeld Pro in my right, and I have the Arkfeld Flex in my left hand. So both of these are now on low. The one on the right, the Arkfeld Pro, will have 1400 lumens on the max output, whereas the Arkfeld Flex has 1000 lumen output. So this would be low on the Arkfeld Flex right now, and that's the Arkfeld Pro. Change both to medium. That's about 30 yards for both, I would say. This is them side by side. Again, on the right here is the Arkfeld Pro, and this is the Arkfeld Flex. Now Arkfeld Flex, because it does have 2 lights, 2 LEDs side by side, I think it kind of gives a slightly better overall output, overall illumination than the Arkfeld Pro, but we need to keep in mind that the Pro does only have one LED for the main light. And then for the high, that's the high for about 50 yards maximum, our beam distance, I would say usable. Yeah, that's what we get. That's the turbo on the Arc Flex. Seems to be a bit better again because we have two lights. Somehow it is giving me a better output than the one LED on the, or am I mistaken? No, the turbo is strong here. And that is the max output on the Arkfeld Pro. For the Arkfeld Pro, to get into the turbo mode, we do 3 clicks from off position, 1, 2, 3. That's our turbo mode, and that is 1300 lumens, 1300 lumens, but with one main light. Now to compare that with the Arkflex Pro, 1, 2, that is 1000 lumens, 1300, 1000. We get this 1000 with two main lights though, two LEDs, and that's one LED. And I would say that the Arkflex is noticeably brighter, but slightly. There is not much difference because you do get two LEDs working side by side. Slightly better throw distance for the Arkfeld Pro though. So that's the Arkfeld Pro at turbo. That's the Arkflex at turbo, 1000, 1300, 1000. And side by side we see that the Arkfeld Pro does have a warmer tint, slightly more yellowish, and we do not have a center beam, so it is a sort of a spotlight. So that's them compared side by side. So what are our conclusive thoughts on the Arkfeld Pro after testing it outside in the dark? Very good, a strong recommendation. As I said, this color wave is just out there, you know, it's unique. I like it personally. To each their own. Olight does offer this in a variety of colorways, so if this is not your kind of tea, you can choose other colors. I really like it. Functions, hardware, again, I cannot say enough how high quality Olight products are, and very well thought out, and very comfortable, very ergonomic in hand. Nighttime performance out in the dark was pretty good. I can verify the numbers are realistic. The throw at the turbo mode of 1300 lumens, 102 meters, approximately 100 meters, I was able to have decent visibility on that distance when we tested it outside. Functionality, I think the functions are really good, very competitive on the market. We do get our main light, UV light, and the laser, all three very useful for an EDC light. We do get the very user-friendly lock function where you just press down and it will lock. So you hold down. Let me show you this way. Yeah, I cannot turn it on, but if I hold down again for 2 seconds, now the light is on and I can change the modes. I believe that lock function works in all. Let's do the laser. Hold down on the laser and it should, yeah, it is locked. So on all three we get that function. Again, if I push down a couple of seconds, it comes on, off, on, off, and then push down a couple seconds again, and now it is locked. to unlock it, and it tells you it's locked. It gives you this red color, and that doesn't mean the battery is dead, it means it's locked. Let me quickly see if we get that same lock function on the Arc Flex. Yep, same function. Red light, that means we are locked. So this sticker obviously I will be taking off. This is a pricey flashlight. It's somewhere, I would say, in between or in the upper price range of EDC flashlights within this same form factor and functionality. Would I recommend it, and would I spend my own money on this flashlight? The answer is yes. The reasoning is, even though you can currently get similar functions, similar form factor for about maybe even half the price, the quality is different. The quality of the button, how it operates, the rotation, clicking, the materials used overall, the quality of execution, it's all on the top level, so it is worth its price. If you're looking for a very high quality EDC light, multifunctional UV light, green laser, a very well performing main light, then this is a good option for you. Link will be in the description below, where you can get the Arkfeld Pro from Olight. You will, if you purchase this, you will also get a free item from Olight. It could be the i3T version 2, which I also received from them. This is a very basic non-rechargeable light. You can put your own AAA rechargeable battery in there, or a single use. But promotional items, Olight is cool in the sense that it will throw in these promotional items if you purchase actually either of these two lights. Thank you very much for keeping with me for so long. Please like the video if you found the content interesting, subscribe and stay tuned.